Hi, folks. This is a quick video to talk about deploying Apsona items when those items contain filters that reference lookup fields. Today, I'm going to be focusing on the record type lookup field because even though record type kind of feels like just an attribute to records, it truly is its own record. And it is a common thing that will be in filters. So the support article that led you here talks about deploying Apsona items that have references to lookup fields, and that the solution is just to fill it in. And that'll be the case here too, but I do want to go a little bit deeper for any of those who want to just kind of understand things more technically. So here I am in one environment. I have a very simple account report with a couple fields. I've got a filter on account record type, and I'm just saying that account record type is among organization. So I want to deploy this, and let's assume that I have this same record type in the other environment. And the technical piece here is that although the name will be the same of the record type, the ID behind that record type is different. And since record types are their own object, and when an account has a record type field that's technically a lookup field to another object, we have to consider that as we deploy these items. So I'm going to quickly do the deploy. I'm going to go to Settings, Apsona Items. I'm going to grab this and export it. And then I'm going to go to my new environment and I'm going to import it. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to have that new report. If I go to account reports in my new environment, I see it there. I'm going to click Edit and go to the filter section. So here's what we see. We see the filter, but it's blank. And if you open it up, you'll still see organization. So that could be confusing. You know, the obvious kind of initial reaction is, why did it get deleted? But nothing got deleted. The reality is that on the back end, because this is a lookup field, what is being held in our code is the ID itself. And that ID is not in this environment because IDs in Salesforce are unique across every instance. So the quick answer is to choose organization again, and the report will work. But we still have some confusion because it says 2 selections. And if you open it up, you can see clearly there's only 1 selection. This is because that ID is in the code and it's not being revealed in this list because it doesn't exist in this list. So ultimately, you don't really have to do anything at this point. As long as you choose the correct record type, you're good to go. So if that's good enough of an answer for you and you run the report and it works, we're good. I think that I have a record that will be represented. Well, I don't, but that's just because this is a test environment. That's okay. So I am going to go a step deeper if you want to stick around and kind of go into more technical details. So the next kind of level of depth is if you want to fix this, if you really don't want it to say 2 selections because maybe you're a consultant and you don't want to confuse your client, or you just want your environment to be really clean, I'll talk through how to fix it more permanently. So what I'm going to do to fix this is I'm going to go back to Settings and Apsona Items. I'm going to find the same Apsona item that I downloaded, and I'm going to click Edit JSON. And fair warning, and it's also highlighted here, this can corrupt your file if you don't do things right. Fortunately for us, this is a very simple fix, but I just want to highlight that. This is a little bit, dangerous waters. So what we do is we scroll down and we find the reference to the record type. And you're going to see that there's 2. So here's record type ID, and here are the 2 IDs. I believe the top one is from our old environment, and we'll confirm that in a second. And the bottom one is the new one that we just added. Even though they're technically, they're both organization, they're technically separate records. So if we go back to our old environment and we click Edit JSON on this same one, we're going to see record type ending in 7AAO. And 7AAO is here. So what I'm going to do is just simply delete everything that references that old one. I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to go back to the report. And you'll see that it should be fixed. I'll click Edit, go to Filter Terms, and there we go. We've got our single reference to organization. It doesn't say 2 selections. So that's kind of the more in-depth way to clean up your data. All right, thanks a lot.